I think my first thought waking up that morning was it was earlier than I expected. I woke up at 7 and I, didn't need to start getting ready. I think I was just so excited. Like I was like, this is happening. It's today. I'm going to see all of my loved ones today. I'm going to get married today. I am going to say my speech today. So I was surprised at how early I woke up, but I was just so excited.
My thoughts when I woke up were around excitement too. I remember being thrilled to say my vows. They were very personal and meaningful to me and to my relationship with Kaycee. So it was nerve-wracking and exciting at the same time, the thought of saying it in front of the loved ones and friends that I was going to see that day. So it was a good nervous feeling. When I was looking out into the woods before the first look, I was excited to see Kaycee. I knew she was gonna look beautiful. Like looking out on the peaceful scene of the woods, this is such a great feeling, and I'm so small, and just having, small in relationship to the woods and to the world, and just a drop in the ocean, and having those two feelings kind of coexist at the same time, just allowing myself to marvel at it. It was a good moment. My initial thoughts when I turned around after Kaycee appeared behind me for the first look was, wow. She was stunning. I knew that it was a poofy dress because I'd handled the bag, but just like the sleeves and it felt like stars, like incredibly beautiful, and it's beautiful in the moment, and it's like, oh, we're gonna say our vows today. When we started getting ready and we kind of divided apart, and it's like our first chance to get back together.
I really missed him. It was such a big day, and we had, we didn't spend the night apart or the morning apart or anything, right? We just had very used to spending all day with Victor now, and especially on such a big day. So it was just strange to be spending hours apart. When I saw him, I didn't want to walk slowly. I was like, oh, there's Babe. I just wanted to go up. I mean, I knew there was a whole thing to it, but I just really missed him. And so I was excited to get to be being with him part of the day, right? Not just him seeing me, but just oh, now I get to be next to him again.
At first, I didn't expect to tear up because we'd already done the first look. I teared up at the first look, I'll get to see Kaycee again, yay, and she'll walk down and I'll be happy. But I started tearing up immediately when she showed up at the front of the aisle. It took me to a place of this is the moment, and this is why I'm here, to say my vows to Kaycee and to join together as a married couple.
Cried immediately. I cried walking down the aisle. I mean, I knew I'd cry, but all of it. Even though everyone was distant and just there were so few people, it still felt, there was a level of grandness that I was stepping into, and it felt like walking through love to get to him, right? It was I'm surrounded by these people that I love, and then my love's all the way at the end, and it was crazy, and it was a very conscious decision for the both of us to walk alone. That was a really important choice for us, but it didn't feel alone because he's at the end. So we did not start practicing for the first dance until that morning. And you can tell. We just are not slow dancers, and I was just nervous. So it was finally that morning. It was actually the last thing we did before I kicked him out to get ready for the day, was we were practicing the dance, which is why we also practiced it during the first look, because we were like, oh, we have a minute, we should keep practicing.
When I think of Jawad, the word that comes to mind is loyalty. He's been my best friend for many years and has known me kind of the longest.
When I think of my maids of honor, I think sisterhood. We've been friends forever. I've known Vaughn or Vanessa since the second grade, technically kindergarten, but we were friends in the second grade, and then Kriya May in middle school. So we've been the three of us before me and Victor were the two of us. So they are my best friends. They are part of my foundation. They're part of my emotional foundation. Because we're so far away, we don't necessarily keep up with like the everyday things of our lives anymore. But when, again, like something shakes me, they're the first to know, and they're the people who, like Victor, know what to say. So, and their speeches were very sweet.
I'd like to say to the guests who we wanted to invite but couldn't, you were with us there, felt you, and we'll get a chance to celebrate together soon. I meant every word.
That's what I was gonna say.
Happy 13 years and 1 day.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is I meant every word.